Okay, here's the math assignment page, and the instructions say open the slide file and watch the instruction video. So over here is your slide file, which you will already have opened, and you are now watching the instructions. This is the objective up here, what you're supposed to know. You're supposed to know that quantities or amounts can be combined, put together, or decomposed, taken apart, and rearranged in any order, but the total number of objects remains the same. So this is what you're supposed to understand. The next thing you do after watching these instructions is open Braining Camp by clicking here. It will ask you for a username and a password, probably just once, and that is Redshaw, and your password is also Redshaw, all lowercase. And then you click on Login. That will take you to Braining Camp. You're going to be going to the base 10 blocks. Click on that, and here you are. Now you need, in this example, I'm going to be showing the number 243. So I'm going to click the hundreds once, twice, and I have 200s there. And you can just drag these around any way you want. For 200, so now so far I have 200. Now I'm going to click the tens, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Now I have 240. And I still need 1, 2, 3 ones. So now I have 243. This is the best way to show 243. Now I need to copy this page to put it on my slides file. So I'm going to push down with 2 fingers on my mouse pad, and I get this little box, and I'm going to click on Copy Image. You could also hit Control C if that other way doesn't work. Now I'm going to go back up to my slides file and to the second page where it says best way to show 243. And here I'm going, if I push down with 2 fingers and hit paste, you're going to get this. Now you might be able to install this, I don't know, but we're just going to, for paste, hit Control V. So I'm going to X out of there, and I'm going to hit Control V. And there it is. Now I'm going to grab this little square down here and just make it a little smaller so it fits inside my white box. Now you have to fill in all these other white boxes. First of all, how many of each of these things do I have? How many hundreds do I have? I have 2. How many tens do I have? I have 4. And how many ones do I have? I have 3. Up here, we're going to write an equation. So we need to write the value of the hundreds, 200. And the value of the tens, 10, 20, 30, 40. And the value of the ones, 3. And now we're done with this page. This is the best way to show 243. 200 plus 40 plus 3 equals 243. 2 hundreds, 4 tens, and 3 ones is 243. Now, if you go to the next page, it says to show another way to show 243. So we're going to be showing the same number a different way. So I'm going to go back up here to my tabs, and I'm going to click on Braining Camp. And I'm going to maybe select a 10, and I'm going to decompose it with this little button here. It's called, if you hover over it, it's called a break. You click on that, and it breaks it up into 10 ones. So you turned a 10 into 10 ones. So now this looks different, but it still equals 243. Again, I'm going to either hit Control C, or I'm going to press down with 2 fingers and hit Copy Image. Then I'm going to go back to my tab for my slide file, and I'm going to hit Control V, and there it is. Now I'm going to size it by dragging the corner and put it into place. And now I'm going to go to how many? How many hundreds do I have now? I still have 2. How many tens do I have now? Now I only have 3 tens. And how many ones do I have? Now I have 13 ones. I have the 3 plus the extra 10. And now I go up to here and write the values. My 200s are still worth 200. My tens are now worth 30. 10, 20, 30. And my ones are worth 13 because I have 10 and 3. So now I'm done with my second way. Now I need to find a third way. So I'm going to go back up to Braining Camp, and maybe this time I'm going to break apart 100. Now, it takes a lot of room, so I'm going to move this up here, and I'm going to click, well, maybe I will move it down here. I'm going to click Break, because that's going to decompose that 100 into 10 tens when I click it. Voila, 10 tens. Now, if you want to move some of these, you can like drag over some of them and it'll select them and you can move it over. Still 243, but it looks totally different. I'm going to click down with 2 fingers and hit Copy Image, or I could hit Control C. I'm going to go back up to my slide file. I'm going to hit Control V, and there it is. I'm going to drag it into place, and voila. So how many of everything do I have now? Now I only have 100, but how many tens do I have? I have 10 tens here and 3 tens here, so that's 13 tens, and I still have 13 ones. Uh-oh, what are the values of these things? Well, now I only have 100. My hundreds only equal 100, but my tens, well, this equals 100, 110, 120, 130. So this is 130. And my ones are still 10 plus 3, 13. So 100 plus 130 plus 13 equals 243. 100, 13 tens, and 13 ones equals 243. So if we go back to our objective, we can see that quantities like 243 can be combined, decomposed, and rearranged in any order, but the total number of objects remains the same. It's always 243. Now your number is going to be different than this, but you're going to do exactly the same thing. Good luck!